Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Empire Darthmod playthrough. So, a few things that happened since last time, but first, before I explain any of that, I will take you to a battle. It's between my army of 3,378, not Swedish, that's my other campaign, which I'm playing privately, my Prussian army against 4,390 Russians. So, we're outnumbered by 1,000 men. I would say pretty good odds, actually. I'll see you on the battle map. So, here we are. And for the record, we are defending, so that makes it a bit easier, I would say. Because we can control where the engagements happens. Kinda. Anyway. We'll do something like this. There we go. Yeah, something like that. Well, we might have you back here along with these guys. Right here. Or maybe a bit closer. Right there. That should do it. I'll keep them off fire at will for now. But if we have to do something about it, we can easily change that. I almost started the battle. That would have been a bit premature, I would say. Okay, so obviously my best flank is my left flank. I think it's a bit too strong. Actually, I think I'll have some reserve units, because I don't really know what to do with these guys. We have a general. We'll place him back here. Because why not? And we have one unit of cavalry, and I think we can have him on that flank. There we go. Well, first all of you have to have round shots. There, enemy artillery, attack. And then enemy cavalry. Killed one man, good job. And yeah, these guys are not obeying orders. Or the guys are actually firing at these guys. They are not obeying orders. Only killed one guy. I'm disappointed. And I'm receiving damage. Too much damage. I don't like that. Well, that'll just have to be like that. And come on. Off fire will and force you to fire at their artillery. That should do it. Anyway, I think we can improve our position a little bit, at least. Oh, you guys, I didn't deploy you properly. You guys are still on reserve. You guys are still defending. Still attacking those guys. Seriously? Well, some glitches occurring, that's obvious. They're not obeying my orders at all, and... Are you guys glitched? I really hope not. Anyway. Hopefully my cannons... Yeah, they are in range, so... Hopefully I can actually hit those guys, and... Okay, so now you're going after their artillery. Nice, and you're not changing targets. Why? Why are you doing this to me? And actually it looks like I have to advance, which shouldn't be the case because I am defending. So that's really annoying. Okay, artillery finally routing. Come on, go after their cavalry now. It shouldn't be too hard, should it? Apparently so. At least I have some good music to enjoy. That's about the only thing enjoyable from this battle so far. Kalmuks not giving a damn. I'm causing massive damage to their infantry though, so I guess that's a plus. Grenadiers taking a lot of damage. And are these the elite men? Not these guys, I don't think. Let's see if I can actually find them. Here we go. That's the elite, elite of the elite. You can see by their low numbers. The artillery has come back, kinda. They haven't actually grabbed any cannons yet. I'm not really complaining about that, though. So these guys are officially glitched. So let's see if I can actually attack the ground right here, and get some kills that way. That's quite possible, apparently. Okay. I might have to deal with that after the battle. It almost looks like the enemy has too many men to line them up properly. And what happens when you have too many line units, well, when the AI has too many line units, is that it will try to make everyone go on one line, and when that doesn't happen properly, they will try to shuffle around, and if I do kill some men, they will shuffle around even more. Oh, these guys are unstuck. That's good. They will shuffle around even more, and there will be more time to try to massacre them, and that will again cause them to shuffle around, and of course I win the battle, but it's incredibly annoying, and you don't want to deal with that. Trust me. There we go, elite guard, target them. Shouldn't be too difficult. And keep in mind, I am playing this on full speed, and you can just see how long it takes. And the reason I'm not advancing is that I absolutely do have inferior numbers. I have good quality, but I'm not absolutely certain that my quality will make up for the number of men I am behind. And there we go, I can finally select all of you guys. I think we'll extend our line a bit. Oh, there we go. They're advancing, finally. Let's see, I think we'll put in a bit of a sprint. So how's their range compared to the musketmen's range? A bit better, that's good. Actually, you can all be on fire at will, but you guys... There we go, the two units that actually can use canister, you go ahead and use canister. Should probably wait a bit. A little bit before I put them on canister. Well, never mind, they are almost in range. Speaking of, these guys are definitely in range, and they have highly reduced numbers. And they are, well, were all of them? All of them were at fire by command, not fire by will. Oh well, at least we dealt with that. Okay. They have a very vulnerable flank right there, so try to go for that. And these guys have weird priorities. Go for these guys. Actually, all of you go for these guys. Nice. Are they actually hitting? Yes, they are. And so is my artillery. That's good. That's something at least. These guys are broken. They most likely will return. And these guys are melee infantry. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, my general unit is hit. Not my general though, but still. I don't like that a bit. And here comes the cavalry. Both mine and his. And his is numerically superior, so I'll have to be a bit careful. Those guys are turned. I mean, I can scooch up my guys like that. Okay, defend the artillery. At least try to. Okay, they are defended, I would say. And I can also roll up this flank. And the cavalry is over here. Again, both mine and his. And let's go for a charge, at least for time being. I'm sure I will do some adjustments to it. We can just start rolling out this, wow. Try to make them rout. No promises though. Okay, so these guys are clearly going for, maybe not the artillery, but at least these guys. So put them in square. Well, that took its time. And anytime now. Okay, these guys are still only broken, but I have more pressing matters right here, for instance. And these guys are shattering as well. Wow. I guess morale is not the Russian strong point. Of course I knew that, but it's painfully apparent right here. Cavalry. The gendarmerie. If it's pronounced in a French way. Okay, so most of the guys are actually just broken. Including these guys actually. So go after these guys, they are not routed already. Is this the melee infantry? No, not at all. So they are getting slaughtered pretty much. These guys have returned. That's not the melee infantry, so that's a plus. These guys should be a match for my cavalry, so I think I'll pull out of there. Not a good target. The cavalry. Cavalry on cavalry. So, slightly concerned about those guys. And now I can basically just advance the entire line. Except the artillery, of course. So, something like this. And those guys, even though they're not officially in square. There you go. Fill the gap. So cavalry is favoring. So I think my cavalry is superior. I'm not certain. Well, morale-wise they are definitely superior, but here comes the melee infantry to reinforce them. So we have to break off the attack, get the artillery rolling again, and these guys are not running. They're having a little stroll, and that's not fast enough to get away from the melee infantry, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, you actually left your support behind. That's not a good idea. And so now these guys are shattered, so are they. These guys are not. They will be. These guys are broken. And the entire army is in flight. Just what I wanted to see. And I won't bother chasing them down. I'm not in the mood. So, the changes I was talking about. There are a few of them. Not too many, but a few. So, let's just have the other nations do their thing. Oh, yeah, this is one of the changes. I'm sieging Venice, and Venice is biting back. So, I have a superior force, but the reason why, and I was going to explain that, but I guess I have to do that now. So the reason why I didn't attack, just sieged, was basically, you see the things right here. It means that there are settlements, fortifications, and what that means is I have to fight a fort battle, and I do believe you know that I hate fort battles. Anyway, the defenders are sallying out, and I have my grenadiers, so hopefully that will count for something. I have a bit of artillery and a bit of good line infantry, and in general, so I have a bit of morale. Hopefully I can get out of range of his mortar battery, which is his only strength now that he is abandoning his fort. I'll just have to hope that that is the case, and that will bring the battle into my favor. So, here is my artillery. And we have a hill, which we can defend. Good position, actually. I think this might be the same map. No, it's not. It's slightly different. So, these guys, they're actually pretty good for directing artillery fire. For some reason. Normally it's the artillery is good for attracting. Okay. There we go. Clicked outside the screen region again. Come on, load back in. There we go. So, clicked out outside the screen region again. That's annoying. Well, that's what happens when you have two screens. Anyway, as I was trying to say, that you should well, I would think that the artillery is good for attracting artillery fire, but apparently, at least early on, the pikemen actually do have the priority. Slightly weird, but I'm not complaining too much because that is in my favor. So, oh, that close? Wow. I did not expect that. Quick orders! Quick! So, mortars, hopefully they don't have explosive shot or anything. You can see right there, pikemen. Those are the best target for artillery, apparently. And they're not explosive, but they are certainly doing a lot of damage. And I'm fighting from within a forest, that's good. Yeah, and the expatriate infantry, they do have nice uniforms. Looks like Austrians though. If it hadn't been for that detail, that would almost be perfect uniforms. Anyway, these guys are marching into range of my enormous shotguns, so you know what that means. A lot of lead. You can just see what a blast can do to to the infantry. Anyway, I sent my cavalry out on a... What? I clicked over here. Tried to make you guys outflank and everything. Apparently that didn't work. I don't really know why. Anyway, get in a little bit of a charge and then go for the mortars. That should be a decent tactic. Okay, this is not going well. And apparently they're not targeting my melee infantry anymore. So I'll go ahead and actually use them. These guys are broken. Okay then. Okay, this town square didn't have a capture point. That's because, of course, I'm not directly attacking. I didn't actually know that. There are a few things I don't know about this game. Not too many though. I've been playing this way too much, I would say. So, melee infantry, charge! Of course, these guys have bayonets, so it's not that much of a pushover, but I still think they are superior to pure line infantry, and I think they have a bit of a morale shock as well. I don't really know why. They should have decent morale. Maybe not. Maybe just because they don't have a general, and that makes all the difference. Might be. Anyway, I'm rolling up the flank. Quite hard actually, causing a mass rout, I would say. There we go, causing the last shock before we take you guys as well and charge the Firelock shittertionary. That's what I call them because of the quality of them. Absolute crap. They don't have bayonets. And that's that, I think. Nope, these guys did reform. Okay. So you guys, you have to sprint a bit. Don't break, please. So armed citizenry or citizenry are shattered. These guys are shattered, 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 and shattered. And these guys, they are steady. Not for long though, I would imagine. And I guess you can set you guys on fire at will now. You should have reloaded. Yes, indeed. Ooh. Broken. That's what I like to see. I think I'll try to get the charge in here. That's a bit of a weird position. Actually, I'll let my guys get their volleys off. There we go. That's one. Oh yeah. Wow. Instantly shattered. And these guys, they are shattered, shattered. Everyone is shattered. That's good. So hopefully, very much hopefully, that will have knocked the entire defender garrison out. If everyone's shattered. Oh yes, it did. Oops, that left Zagreb, or Sarajevo? Zagreb? I think Zagreb. Left Zagreb a bit undefended. Had to bring some units from Austria over to try to help that. Yeah, agent executed, a few of them. I lost Ukraine. That's another thing. I took my army, and as you can see, I'm marching on Moscow. and I don't think there's too many men there. There you can see. You can actually just go for these guys and just slaughter them. And this should be a pushover. Of course, you never know, so I don't want to risk too much. But that wasn't necessary. So I now have Moscow, so I have a good position when it comes to the war. So you might imagine, repair a bit. Of course, these guys are gonna be unhappy forever. Anyway, so I lost Kiev because I took the army and marched on Moscow. That's one thing. Another thing is, of course, I attacked Venice and now I occupy Venice. So that brings me in a very good position. There we go, repair everything so they don't get too unhappy. They're actually just neutral, so I don't think they were treated very well. There we go. We have these guys. They have quelled one rebellion already. And I think I'll have to march to Zagreb to protect them. To protect Zagreb. That's a auto-resolve. Won't bother with anything else. So, this is how the world looks. I have this army here. Still recouping, and when they are ready they'll march on Sarajevo, which I believe it... no, that's not the capital. Athens, or yeah, Athens is now the capital. And as you can see, I now have Moscow, and the battle you saw, which I nearly lost, well, not nearly, you saw the Russian army just fall apart. This was here. I was originally going for Riga, which Sweden lost. That's another thing, which has changed. But now, I'll take them and recapture Kiev. Just have them crush this shattered remain of the army. And next turn, we will reconquer Kiev. I'll of course leave this region fairly undefended, which of course I have to do something about. I'll recruit a bit of line right there, and next turn, when I can afford it, I'll recruit some units in Warsaw and Königsberg and reinforce, because I'm in the range. What I can do is repair the units and send them over already. The Poles aren't too unhappy with me at this current time. Relations have improved, I guess, with the local populace. So, this is looking good. A few raided towns here and there. A few farmland burned down. What you have to expect, really. So, I guess that's it for now. We now have Moscow, so yeah. Usually, the rest of the regions around here are fairly undefended. Of course, you can see this is a large Russian army at Riga, and a large, well, medium-large army close to St. Petersburg. So we'll have to deal with that, along with Moscow rebels. We also have to deal with Austrian rebels pretty soon, I would imagine. And last but not least, I got some trade going, you can see, with the Marathas, and also with the Dutch. And yeah, that is it. I'll save it here. And when we come back, we'll capture Kiev and deal with some issues, and when we've done that, I'll march on Sarajevo. And when I have an army large enough, I'll also march on Riga. So that's our plan. That's my plan for the future. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.